Hello, this is Dr. Peter Terzop and looking at Unit 6 Strategy Implementation. Once leaders of a company develop a strategy or maybe some points that they want to do, a plan, then the next step becomes implementation. Once we implement a program, there's a lot of things that have to happen. Not only do the leaders have to have buy-in, because not every leader may have buy-in, but you also have to look at your managers, your mid-level workers, if you will, and also your frontline workers. In every company, this is a mix of people. There's some more here and there, but overall, it includes the entire team. Once the plan is set up, then questions then become, how do we develop it? Is it centralized or is it decentralized? And a lot of people look at those terms in the sense of government, but in reality, businesses do the same thing. Do we have a headquarters or a corporate office that makes all the decisions and flows it down to the other parts of the company? Or does if you will, the frontline workers have more of a decision-making process and ability to influence policies, and then it flows more upwards? So there's a lot of decisions on that. That's just a technique or if you will, culture of how we run the business. You also have to look at how do you develop budgets, procedures, how do you measure the results with metrics, performance markers, there's things of that nature. We have to remember though, when making these metrics, they will guide the company in a specific way. And I say that in a word of positive tone and also caution. We may say that we have to measure something, and that's important because how do we know that we're implementing the strategy correctly? But several factors have to be considered. Do we know that that marker or metric is actually measuring what we want? Is it accurate? Is it something we actually want to measure? And these are factors that play a role because people will move to metrics. And when they move to metrics, they may say, well, I completed what I was supposed to do and I was successful at it, but we still failed. So again, you got to make sure that the metrics are marking accurately what's going on, but also what you want to measure. So there's things of that nature you need to look at. You need to look at how staffing is, how directing and organizing. So there's a lot of things that you have to be careful about. Do you have the right personnel in the right positions? That's more contingency theory. But the key here is, how does the company set up its staffing and organize things in order to implement the strategy? In order to review this chapter, take a look at the readings and explore on your own in order to figure out other ways that companies can implement strategies. Like, for example, Six Sigma can be part of that. The lean concept, there's a lot of different mechanisms there, a lot of different techniques. So just take a look at the readings and do your own research as well. If you have any questions, reach out to your course instructor right away. Thank you.